students, in continuation with the basic concept in the geometry. This is our second lecture. Yesterday we see the introduction of the textbook and some basic points. That is, the first basic point is the point. Okay, so first basic geometric point is the point. It is a tiny dot. You seen it, you are learning it from a small, so from lower classes. So this is the point. Secondly, the line segment. So these are the basic point that we are using in the geometry. So 2 points, when 2 points are joined with a line, this is called as a line segment. After that, thirdly, we see that line. So this is the line. It extends towards both the sides of this, towards this arrows, means it will move towards this, and this side it will move. They're never ending. The line is never ending. We can extend there is no limit. Okay. After that, fourth point is the plane. Plane means, suppose this surface, this is a surface, we can extend it in that 4 direction. There is no limit. Okay, in this 4 direction. So this is also plane. Any surface like rectangle or square is a plane, and it can extend in a 4 direction. So these are the basic concept that we are using in the geometry. So again we will see the next point, that is the coordinates of point and distance. Coordinates. Okay, coordinates of points and distance. For that, if we want to draw a number line. Okay. So first of all, I will draw here a number line. So this is my number line. Okay, and this is the origin of this line. Okay, so its name is O, and this is 0. The number line, the smallest, that number line originates from 0 and it move left, then it is negative side, and if it move towards the right side, it is the positive side. As you know that number line you have studied in 7th standard only. So here 0, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is 5. Now this side there is a -1, -2, -3, -4, and -5. This is -5. Okay. For this, here written C. Suppose this point is B, this point is A. Then here this is D. This point is D, and here it is E. So this is a number line. Here downside the numbers written and upside the letters are written. Now if I will ask you what is the coordinate of point A. So coordinate of point A is, which is that, you will observe that the coordinates of point A is here, and it's below which number is written, -5. So coordinate of this point is written as coordinate of point A is -5. If I will ask you what is the coordinate of point E, so E is below, E lies on which number? That is the 3. So coordinate of point E is which? it is 3. Same way, if I will ask you what is the coordinate of point C, so you have to write in this way. Coordinates of point C is, which number is here? It's minus 2. It is minus 2. Okay, in this way you can find the coordinates, and from the coordinates you can find the point. So if suppose I will ask you question like this, which point lies on minus lie on 1, or indicate the point D. So your answer will be is 1. Okay, same question, which point indicates the point E, that is 3. Which point indicates point C, that is minus 2. In this way we have to write the coordinates of the number, and in our exercise also such a type of questions are asking. Okay, now we will see how to find out the distance between the 2 points. Okay, so for that we will see this only number line we will use, and we will see the some questions. So first of all, suppose I will ask you what is the distance of point ED. So first of all, distance of point ED, distance of point ED, it is written in this way, D for distance of point ED. So E is here and D is here. Okay, and that distance we have to find out, and that distance I wrote here question mark. So I have to find out the distance of point E and point D. For that, first of all I have to write the coordinate of point E and coordinate of point D. Okay, so if you see here, then first of all the coordinate of point E and D are. Okay, so what is the coordinate of point E? This is 3. Okay, and point D is, it is 1. So it is 1 respectively. Okay, respectively. Now point E's coordinate is greater or D's coordinate is greater, or it is D's coordinate is more. So 3 is greater than 1. What I told you, 3 is greater than 1. So when we have to find out the distance between point ED, we have to write in this way, 3 is greater than 1. So you have to always, don't take the position of the points, you just see the coordinates and which coordinate is greater. Okay, you just subtract the coordinate of the smaller one. So here it is 2, and picture also you will see that in this number line also, this is the first and that is second, means distance between D and E is equal to 2 units. Okay, then similarly that we can write in this way also, distance of ED, otherwise distance of, so we can write it in this way, distance of ED is equals to distance of DE is equals to how much? That is 2 only. If you take DE, otherwise ED, okay, you have to write the distance is same, because the number which is greater number, from that we are always subtracting the smaller number. Okay, now we will see the another next now we will find the distance of point CD and distance of point AB. If you see C and D, so here is the coordinate of point C, it is negative 2, and for D it is 1. So minus 2 is smaller than 1. Minus 2 is smaller than 1, and as I told you if you want to find out the distance between 2 points, we have to do subtraction of bigger number and the smaller number. So if you have to find out the distance of C, D, then what we have to do here? First of all, coordinate of point C is equal to what I told you, minus 2, and coordinate of point D is equals to 1. 1 is greater than minus 2. So 1 here, right? Minus, this is a sign of in the process, and this is minus 2. Just here carefully. By mistake what we are writing? We are writing in this way. So its answer will be wrong. Okay. So we have to write it. Two negative signs or two signs come one by after. We have to put the bracket here. Don't forget this thing. Okay. So here minus 1 minus into minus plus 2 and is equals to 3. So distance between CD is equal to 3. If you see here, the distance between CD is, this is the 1, 2 and 3. This much only distance is coming, means our answer, and this matches to each other. What I told you, the coordinate of point C is minus 2 and coordinate of point D is 1. So 1 is greater than minus 2. Always the positive number when it is smaller, then also it is greater than the greatest greatest negative number. So distance between CD is equal to 1 minus, and this is a minus 2, that is a coordinate of point C, and this is coordinate of point D, and if you do this you will get the distance. Same way we will find the distance of A and B now. Now here is A and here is B. Okay, so what is the coordinate of point A? A's coordinate is the minus 5. Coordinate of point A is minus 5. Coordinate of point B is, see here, B's coordinate is minus 3. Okay, now we have to find out the distance. Now which number is greater? Minus 5 is greater or minus 3 greater? As I told you, when the numbers are big and the signs are negative, the smaller number is bigger and bigger is smaller. So minus 3 is here, suppose minus 5 written. So minus 5 is smaller than minus 3. What I said, minus 5 is smaller than minus 3. So in this way we have to solve distance of point A, B. Distance of point A, B is equal to bigger number. Which is the bigger number here? Minus 3. Okay. Minus, this is a sign of the process, minus 5, coordinate of point B. So bigger number minus smaller number. So here I will write minus 3, minus into minus, plus 2, sorry, plus 5. Okay, this is minus 3, minus into minus plus, and this is minus plus 5. So plus 5 minus 3 means 5 minus 3 equals to 2, and we have to, means when this such a signs are come, means 1 plus and 1 minus. So what we have to do, the bigger number minus smaller number we have to give right here, and we have to give the sign of bigger number always. So here bigger number is 5, its sign is plus, so this answer will be in the plus, and this is the answer. Means if you see here in these two, you will understand that this is 1 and that is 2. So distance of AB is equal to 2, and here is also 2. From this what we are understanding, the distance between 2 points is obtained subtracting smaller number from a bigger number. Okay, then coordinate, then we are getting the distance between any 2 points. Okay, what we have to do, smaller number distance whenever we are finding the distance, bigger number minus smaller number. Bigger number minus, if we bigger number minus smaller number, then we will get the distance between any 2 points. Okay, all of you understand this? And one more thing is that if this distance is always positive, if you see when the numbers are negative or any positive numbers or 0 is there also, then this distance is always coming in the positive integer, means it is always positive. So the main point is the distance between any 2 points is a non-negative real number. The distance is always positive. Distance is always always positive. Okay, these points keep in your mind that we studied now, that is distance is equal to bigger number minus smaller number. You will get the distance between any 2 points, and distance is always positive number. Now suppose if we want to find out the distance between D and C, okay, I will show you here one more example. Distance between what we will find, the D, C. The distance between DC. So distance between point DC or CD. CD we already find out. We will find the distance between B and E. Distance between B, E. Okay. So first of all, tell me what is the coordinate of point B? B's coordinate is the minus 3. B's coordinate is the minus 3, and E's coordinate is the plus 3. Okay. E's coordinate is the plus 3. Just I told you what we have to do. Distance means what? Bigger number minus smaller number. So which is bigger number here? That is positive. So 3 minus, this is minus sign from this formula, and smaller number is minus 3. So we have to put here minus 3. So 3 minus into minus is the plus, and here it is 3. So 3 plus 3 is equals to 6. So distance of B, E is equals to 6. We will find now. Here is D and here is E. So here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So in between B and E, how much distance is there? 6 unit distance is there. Okay. After this point, we will see the next point, that is the betweenness. Now the next point is the betweenness. So what is betweenness? Now suppose I will take 3 collinear points. And which are 3? This is the first line. I will draw the points here. This is second line, and this is the third line. First condition, second condition, and here it is third condition. Now here I will plot 3 points. Okay, I will write here P, Q, R. This point is P, Q, R. Here also I will write P, Q, R only, but in different series. So I will write here P, here I will take R, and here I will take Q. Okay, then here I will take R, here P, and here Q. I just change the position of the numbers. Position of the points I change. Now in this three figure set, points are same but the positions are different. So if you see here, the point Q, this point Q is in between the P and R. So Q is between P and R. Okay, for this point Q is between P and R, but here R this point R is between P and Q, means R is here in the middle, here Q is in between P and R. So R is in between P and Q, and in this picture P is in between which one? R and Q. R and Q. Okay, so Q is in between PR. Here R is in between PQ, and P is in between RQ. Okay, so in these pictures inside, points are same, PQR, 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 but the positions are different. So because of that, the Q is in between PR here, R is in between PQ is here, and P is in between R and Q. So its between is, how we are writing the between is of this point, that is P dash Q dash R. This is the basic that we have to use at the time of theorem. Okay, so P dash Q dash R. If someone is written in that way, you understand that the point Q is in between P and R. Okay, Q is in between P and R. So which point is there in between, that we are writing in the middle. For this picture, how we are writing? P dash R dash Q. It shows that R is in between P and Q. And for this, we have to write that for this figure, R dash P dash Q, means it shows that P is between. So for this figure, Q is the in between. For this figure, R is in between, and this figure P is between. Every time it is impossible to write this type of Q is in between in statement P and R is in between P and Q, P is in between R and Q. So instead of that, in mathematics or in geometry, we are using such a type of writing to save the time and to better understanding. And one more thing is that I am going to explain it for first figure, the distance of PQ, distance of PQ plus distance of PQ plus distance of QR, distance of reading of distance of PQ plus distance of QR is equal to distance of PR. Distance of PR. Okay. Suppose distance of PQ is 2 and distance of QR is 3. Then you will get easily the distance of PR. You just put the value PQ is equals to 2. Distance of PQ is equal to 2 and distance of QR is equal to 3. So plus 3 is equals to distance of PR, and you will get the distance of PR is equals to 5 units. Okay, in this way we are solving the examples. Suppose in this figure, distance of PQ is 7 given. Distance of PQ is 7 and distance of RQ is equal to 4 given, and we have to find out the distance of PR. So how we are finding? Just now I told you, distance of PR plus distance of PR plus distance of RQ, distance of RQ equals to distance of, for this figure I am going to explain you, this is different, that is different, distance of PQ means distance of PR plus distance of RQ is equals to distance of PQ. So PR is equal to, we don't know, we have to find out, so I wrote it here, distance of PR plus distance of RQ is equals to 4, and here distance of PQ is equal to 7. So I will write here distance of PR is equal to 7. This 4 it will come here for the subtraction, and 7 minus 4 is equals to 3. If you see here, this is 7 and this, if we 4 subtract, you will get this distance is equals to 3. So distance of PR is equals to 3 units. In this way we are finding the distance. Suppose this distance is 4, total distance is 9, this 9, this distance is 4. So how we are finding? Same way, distance of RQ equals to distance of RP plus distance of PQ. So I will write here RQ is equals to 9 is equals to RP is equal to 4 plus distance of PQ. Okay, so this 4 it will come here for the subtraction is equal to distance of PQ, and here the subtraction of this both is equal to 5. So this is the distance between this is equal to 5 units. In this way we are finding the distance. So today we took the coordinates of the point and distance and the between is the between is how we are finding, that I told you this also, and after that how to solve the example or how to find the distance between the 2 points when some information is provided, that I told you here. In next lecture we will see the solved examples.